Hello, Melissa from Melissa versus Fibromyalgia here. I hope you're well. I am in an August challenge. I also look like I am dressed for the snow inside my house. I am 6 weeks post-op from my hysterectomy and endometriosis excision surgery today. I'm normally a person who gets quite cold, but since surgery I have been even colder. My toes are even cold right now inside my socks and slippers, but there you are. So, we are talking about my little August challenge. I am very excited. I decided that because I'm now out of the worst of the physical stages of healing, but not quite well enough to rejoin life fully. I'm still very fatigued. My baseline is not down yet. But I am ready to enter the next stage and get ready. So I have made an August challenge because I was getting a little bit sick of being in my own head. I wonder what it's going to be like, when I recover. Will the fatigue be better? Will the pain be better? Having no periods has to help. And people keep saying, are you feeling better? Do you feel good now? And it's like, well, I had the surgery, but I'm still recovering and I still have fibromyalgia and CFS. So what can I say to you? There's no yes, I'm perfect now. I'm sorry that I can't say that. So I got sick of all that and I decided I'm going to focus on a challenge instead. So the first thing is I wanted to take a break from social media. I'm not being super strict with it. I'm checking into my Facebook groups because I don't want trolls to take over, and I'm sharing things that I'm responsible for. But I just wanted to stop the fatigue scrolling. I noticed that when I was tired and too tired to even read, and I couldn't put TV on for whatever reason, but I was sitting down, I'd just scroll. And it's kind of okay because I follow some pretty upbeat people and inspiring people and good stuff, but it was just scroll and then, oh my gosh, how much time I've lost. So I wanted to take that away and then replace it with some more productivity. I wanted to do some more creation. I wanted to take this time while I'm off work to get some things created. Obviously blog posts, obviously videos, and that's been the major output of this week. So I finally got to publish a journal that has been in my head for so long. So I have a paced planning journal, which essentially guides people through making a day plan using the principles of pacing. But I also have symptom logs, a lot of different types of symptom logs on my Etsy store and in journals. But I wanted to combine a symptom log with the pace planning journal so that they could inform each other. So I managed to get that published, which I'm very excited about. And I also managed to publish a gratitude journal. So I've had a gratitude template for a long time, but I wanted to make it into a printed form because it's always nicer to have a physical journal than to just keep printing out pieces of paper. Of course it is if you go to my Etsy store and buy the gratitude journal, then you can just always keep printing it out and you always have it, right? Whereas the paper journal will eventually finish, but some people prefer to have the physical book, and I do like having the physical book. So I managed to publish that one. And I've also managed to publish 4 more templates or worksheets onto my Etsy store. So I have different versions of my daily symptom logs because at different stages we want to track different things, and some of us like to have a pretty version. So I've done some pretty versions and kind of worked on embellishments. I've been practicing my design skills in Canva. I'm a word person, I'm a writer, and I'm not so good aesthetically, so I like to challenge myself. I do the coloring and I do the design on Canva. I'm not super good at it, but I can get there, and that's my little challenge for myself as well, but that's ongoing. So yeah, I got 4 more things in Etsy, and I've got a heap of videos edited and ready to go for YouTube, and a couple of blog posts. Blog posts take a lot more time and energy and a lot more work, so not as many, but I've got some there coming. So that's been really exciting. I've been doing a lot of reading. So my degree was a Bachelor of Arts in English Literature and Media Studies, and I got sick in my last year of university, but I had wanted to do graduate studies in English Literature, and I never got to because I was too unwell. I couldn't figure out how to satisfy course requirements and work to earn my living. So I had to give it up and step away. But I love it, and so I have been reading a heap of books. I've got a biography on William Wordsworth by I think it's his great nephew, and it's a combination of biography and going through his work, so I'm excited to read that. But I'm in the middle of reading a book about 7 English writers, female writers from the 17 and 1800s who were quite popular in the time and well known in the time, but they have been forgotten. So that's been really fun because they also kind of turn in the circles of people you're familiar with, like the Brontes and Jane Austen, Wordsworth, Southey, all of them. So that's been really fun to get into those non-fictions. Now, I only started getting into non-fiction again a couple of weeks ago. For the first few weeks after surgery, I was reading sweet little contemporary romances set in Scottish towns. I didn't want any stress, I just wanted it to be light and nice. So yeah, I just got back into that. So it's been really fun doing that. But my other goals were around rebuilding. So the other one was to get into nature more. I love going outside. It makes a world of difference for me, mentally, physically, everything. And it's midwinter. So I wanted to make sure I was challenging myself to get outside. And so some days that literally was standing just outside on the doorstep, breathing in the air between rainfalls. When I was first recovering after my surgery, when I could step down the stairs finally, I would just walk back and forth on our little patio in my backyard, listening to the tui. So it's pretty magical here. I'm pretty lucky. But also I wanted to work on my walking. I wanted to improve my walking again. But unfortunately, I think I need to leave that for now because my fatigue is still really high post-op and I've got back to my general everyday life baseline of steps. So 6,000 steps is a good baseline. And then going for a walk is kind of additional to that because you can't really do less than 6,000 steps when you're chasing 4 children. But going out for a specific walk at the moment, I think it's just too much post-exertion malaise. Like I can handle it at the time and my heart rate isn't rising anymore as scarily. But afterwards it's just exhausting. So I think I need to pull back a little bit on that goal, but I also have a bit of a strengthening goal. So I'm just trying to do a few minutes each day of strengthening. So I'm going down on tabletop, doing some cat and cow, doing some Superman, just some really gentle, deep abdominal work. Obviously my pelvic floors, I'm actually more working with the breath and really focusing on the release and relax part. Like I'm still obviously doing the engagement part, but the release and relax part I think is the most important after endometriosis surgery and hysterectomy. So I've been working on that, which has been good, but some days I just haven't done it. I'm being pretty chill about it really. And the other one is to eat more protein. I'm trying to eat a lot of protein. I want to head towards a lower carb, higher fat way of eating, but right now I don't want to do anything to make it harder than it is. So I'm focusing on eating more protein. So lots of bacon and eggs and things like that, which I love. So yeah, that's my goals at the moment. That's what I'm working on. We're 1 week in. It's been great. I haven't missed social media in any way. I haven't made like a hard thing. So it's not like I'm sitting there going, I'd like to check in. If I want to check in, I just have a look. But then I'm just like, okay, I've got things to do now. So yeah, let me know, have you done any kind of challenge, or are you doing a challenge along with me? Are you doing a social media hiatus, or is there something else that you're working on? Let me know in the comments below and I'll catch you again soon.